guys. So this week, week 7, we are going full foil training. I'm going to a friend's house and we're gonna get comfortable in the waters that we're gonna be racing in. So there's a couple longer runs that we can do here that are like 20-mile runs, and I can get used to being up on foil and going the distance, and that's the main thing. So it's a full foil training camp this week. I'm gonna do 3 days and try to do one 20-mile run a day, and that'll put us at probably a little over or right under 70 miles. So we'll see. But super excited, super stoked to be here. Ship the boards over. I'm in the truck driving out. Gonna get a good night's rest tonight, and we're on tomorrow. Let's go.
Test.
Test. Hello.
Okay. Test.
Copy. 10-4.
Send it 25 miles.
We're going 25 miles. We got the radios.
Alright.
Got the boards. About to gear up and send it.
What's happening?
We're going 25 miles down the coast. Woohoo! It's on. Actually doing it. Really, honestly, I'm pretty scared right now. Super nervous. Did not know how this is gonna go. Woo! A little nervous. All right, here we go. Working our way out right now. Pretty gassed right now. And all we're trying to do is make it out to the wind line. Woo! Dolphins everywhere. It's kind of freaking me out. I know we're getting way up. Oh! Now I feel way more comfortable. I feel like we're in the actual good wind line and in the channel. Working our way out on the inside sucked. It was so hard to work out and like quarter through all the ground swell, and the wind was basically going against the wind. But we're doing it now. Now the goal is to just stay up on foil. I fell just a little bit ago. Had to rest a little bit. I was kind of cooked, but now I feel better. I don't really know how many miles in I am, but this is a difficult run. I'm kind of struggling to read it, and it's kind of nuts because it's like the best run ever, like best run in the world, but that beginning part really smoked me. So I feel like I've been trying to recover this whole time, but I gotta get back in the mindset of like just enjoying being out here and like try and rip the waves and surf it and have fun with it. Once you start doing that, you start doing it better, you're more relaxed, and it gets easier. Just about halfway. I don't know how good it is out here. It seems like it's getting more offshore as the run goes on. But we're doing it. Halfway, baby. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, this is gnarly. It looks like it just goes so offshore in there. When you first start, you're like, let's see how fast I can go on this run. And now I'm out here, I'm like, please just survive. Please stay up on foil. How do I just not go down? Just get to the finish as easy as possible. Oh my God. Yeah, it's way harder to surf this. Alright, I've been up on foil for like, I don't even know, but way over an hour because I forgot to start my watch when I first started, and I didn't get to start it until I fell, so that was probably at like the first 8 mile mark. But we are still up on foil. It's not the easiest, but we're still going. It's probably the best training I can do. It's hard to focus. Stretch. Oh my God. I got a couple miles to go, but we're almost there. I can see the wharf in my vision. I'm trying to stay focused so I can pump to the finish. Just me trying to film is making this harder. Almost there. Almost there. Holy crap. Hour 26, so I was probably on foil for like 20 minutes before I started my watch. This is gnarly. Good job, Yuzi! Over it! That was freaking gnarly. Woo! Over 21 miles. So I probably went 5 miles before I started my watch. Hour 30 up on foil. Holy, we made it. Longest foil run I've ever done. Holy crap. I'm honestly so happy to be done with that. I was honestly doubting if I was gonna go all the way, but I'm stoked. Alright, first day done. First run. Barely. I would give that like, what would you give that out of 10? A 5? That was a 3 out of 10.
The board sport from offshore winds.
Yeah, at one point it was straight offshore, and I was heavily doubting that I was gonna get to the end, but we did, so I'm stoked. But hopefully tomorrow is a lot better, and the wind is going in the direction that we need it to. But still yet, super fun, good training, good day one. We made them! About to send it. I just had a horrible pop-up. Took me like 40 minutes, but smaller wing. Downsize to the Fireball 1000. A little adjustment, but feels better up on foil now. Alright, day 3. The last few days have been pretty gnarly, not gonna lie. We're sending it on straight high tide, which is probably not ideal for the bumps. And it's been a struggle fest. Hard on the body. First day, muscled through pretty good, only fell once, and then pretty much pounded out the whole run. Yesterday was not a full shocker, but it was rough. Switched down to the smaller wing, and I had so much trouble popping up, and then when I finally did, it took so much energy that you have to like pump out to the wind line a little bit, and I was just so gassed. And by the time I got out there, the bumps were good for one part, and then towards the end it like really died out. So I was working really hard, and I was out there thinking how not enjoyable it was and how I don't want to do this again. But here we are on day 3, but we're gonna try and send on the low tide, and hopefully with the incoming tide and the tide being lower, the bumps are way better, and mid-morning the wind should be kicked in and should be good. So we'll see, but we're gonna send it. Hey, day 3, 26 mile sand. Hope it's good down there. Alright, just got up. We're quartering out right now. It's the hardest part of the whole run. So, let's just get there. Galen had to go down and adjust his foil. He's trying a new board. That's always eggy. But it's freaking firing out here. definitely just hit a fish or something. Holy crap. That was heavy. Okay, shoot. I'm kind of cruising, doing turns and stuff, so I'm trying to wait for you. Oh, I just hit, like a fish hit my wing, fully like stalled me out, and it wiggled it, but somehow bumps are so good that I just kept going. That's so sketchy actually. That like broke the foil. I'm so bummed out here. Over it after yesterday. I did not want to do this again, but I'm glad I did. It's firing out here. Stoked. Oh my god. Alright, I'm waiting. We're gonna race. We're gonna race back from here. There's no waiting for anybody. It's on their own. The race is off. I'm up first. Granted, Galen's on a brand new board. It's not as fair, but he liked race, so his fault. Let's go. I think there's something on the back of your foil. Looks kind of slow or something. Is there an anchor on that thing? I don't know if I'm going to catch him. You better not go down. Or else I'm coming for you. God damn it. He beat me. Sorry. Woo! He did it. 3 runs, 26 miles each. Today was worth all the struggle yesterday. That was insane. What's up, guys? Week 7 just wrapped up. M2O training. Had a super good week, super stoked. I was able to go and just put a lot of miles down. 3 days in a row, 25-mile plus runs. And I pulled it off. I did every single day, made it from start to finish, which I feel like was huge. got over a big mental barrier of distance. You know, here on Oahu, I was only able to do, like, the longest run I did was the 80s run, which is like just shy of 14 miles. So to really put down 25-mile runs 3 days in a row definitely felt really good, and mentally gave me a lot of confidence to just know, like, hey, I can be going the distance and I can be up on foil for an hour or 2 hours, and my body felt okay. There's no really cramping or really anything that was hindering me from going the distance. So that just tells me the training and everything I'm doing is definitely helping. I feel like the Coco Head runs are helping. I feel like the more I foil, the more confident I get with popping up and reading the bumps and using my energy and being on foil as efficient as possible. So I feel like everything's going good. I'm on the right track. That's a wrap for week 7. Super stoked. It was a good week, good training week. But week 8, let's do this. Right back to the program. We're just gonna stay consistent. The whole point, the whole goal for this is just to stay super consistent with the training and stay on it and do as much as I can week after week after week, and hopefully, you know, come the day of those races, I am physically and mentally ready. So
All right, here we are. Back at home, week 8. HK run today. I had to wait for my board to get shipped back and had some other stuff to catch up on, so didn't really get to do any other training besides going prone foiling the other day. So this is kind of the start of it. Good thing is we got wind, so get to do the fun part of training, which is go downwind. Just realized I forgot to start my watch. Not so psyched, but it's all good. No matter what, getting the miles in, getting the time in on foil. Got a big week 7 of foiling, so I don't think it's as important. I know I can go the distance. I'm popping up well, so I think mostly it's just about staying consistent, foiling as much as I can, keep the endurance training up and the cardio, which the downwind foiling is the best way to do that. So we're on. Made it to Tongs. Super sick, fun run. Week 8, first HK run in the books. Try and get at least 3 or 4 of them in this week.
good morning, fam. It is Friday, week 8. Weekly update. I have not ran Coco Head this week. I only did one HK to Tongs run. I think that was on Tuesday. But I've just been going to Pilates, so I'm not too worried about not getting the runs at Coco Head in as much. I feel like this was kind of a recovery, active recovery week. I did 2 days of Pilates.
I kind of got a little sick. I think my daughter brought back a little sore throat and running nose from preschool, so I think I got a little bit of that. So I'm kind of taking it easy this week, but still staying active. I'm about to go on an HK run. Right now I'm gonna try to do 2 today, and then if I can get 1 Cocoa Head run in this week, I'll be happy to just close out week 8. We put a lot of miles in on the foil, learned a lot. I feel like I'm developing those skills and getting more comfortable with my equipment, and I feel like I'm in good shape. So don't want to push it too hard. We're still 2 months out, still got a lot of time, but as long as we stay consistent and keep pushing towards the goal, we should be good, which we are. So I'm stoked. We got a lot of wind, so I'm just gonna focus on the foiling. And okay, see you at 10:30. Just gonna focus on foiling and getting the miles in there, and then we'll get the extra cardio work in later. But yeah, it sucks getting sick. I feel like just my head's pounding, my throat's a little sore, and gotta try and take it easy but still stay active and still push through. Not every day you wake up you're gonna feel great, but you still gotta get the work in. Gonna go out there, send my HK run. Let's get it. To pop up, not bad. Let's go all the way. Woo. Woo. We're gone, man. Up in front. Up in front. It's the closest I've been to this guy ever on a run. Used to never be able to get up even close to as quick as this guy. Hitting the lighthouse section right now. Feeling good. 24 minutes. It's not bad. Just made it to Tongs. Pretty sure everyone's coming in right now over there. I don't think I beat them. Might have for my first W ever. Pretty psyched. Woo! All right. two. All right, round two, here we go. Pop up, just started my watch. Oh, finally. Woo. Finally. Ah. Firing out here. Woo! This run is for sure better than the one this morning. For sure. Nuking out here right now. Oh. I just seen a big shadow. Do not know what it was. That was weird. I'm out of here. Huge shadow. Huge gray shadow. Don't know what it was, but I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Woo! Made it. 35 minutes. Woo! All right, we're going Sandy's to Kaimana. Pretty much an 80s run, but let's do this. Alright, I'm having a shocker. Been stuck outside Kaimana there for like 40 minutes. It's an hour into the 80s run. I'm not even by Spinning Caves, but I'm gonna try to pop up and get the hell out of here. Holy shit, I'm finally up. Nothing like a good old Sunday shocker. Well, that was humbling. I thought I had the pop-ups wired. It was getting easier. But that's what a good old AD's run will do to you. But whatever. Now I feel like I'm up and I'm doing pretty good to go all the way now, so let's just get it done, get the miles in. That was not fun. getting the Kaikos. Hour 40 in, just for an 80s run. Pretty classic, but all good. Just get the reps in. Learn something every time you have a shocker. So I think today was more so through the instability of the water. I gotta just attack the stand-up part, like the paddling part, like be more aggressive on it. As soon as I feel a good bump, like I gotta just empty the tank and try and get up and going. And then the quartering out I'm struggling with. I'm just rushing it too much. I just take my time and let it happen. But all good. Just keep learning, stay busy, stay on foil. Week 8 was all foil training. Didn't do any cocoa head runs. Didn't do any other type of cardio. Just Pilates and foiling for week 7 and week 8. Put a lot of miles in on the foil, so I think I'm happy with that. And when there's no wind, then that's when you get the other cardio working. So you don't need to force it. Just use what you got, focus on what's in front of you, and the goal is to be on foil as much as possible. So that's what I should be focusing on anyway. But that's a wrap. Week 7, week 8. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. 2 months out. Almost there. Let's do this. Road to M2O. Woo!